Hey, Ian, so I'm like speechless. You've done so good. At this camera resolution, you can see my hair standing up. All right, I'm just so excited to do this video. So it hasn't even been a month. This is you when you came April 23rd. So 4/23, rescanned May 17th. So you're basically 6 days shy of a month. So it hasn't even been a month. But this is your heart with this big chunk of fat at your heart. Now at the same level, look how much you've reduced. I mean, this is 25, 24 days that you did this. It hasn't even been a month. That dramatic reduction in your heart. This is what I'm talking about. This is such alpha behavior. You see this threat, you take it out. I'm just shocked how much you've lost in that short period of time. I am really, really happy for you. But it's not just that. You see your fat in your muscles there? Look how you dramatically reduced that fat significantly. And even your fat around your aorta has been reduced. So every marker there is just better. So now we're going to get down lower. So it's, we're going to start with your heart, and then we're going to get down to a lower level. And we're at the level of your kidneys. So this is up a little bit high, but probably about here. So we go from here down to your kidneys. And so this is your left kidney, your right kidney, left kidney, right kidney. Same dates, of course. So it's about 25 days or so, 7, 17, 20, 24, 25 days. You're the math guy. Don't check me on that. All right. So here you are, and freaking disaster. You saw what's how you're a quiet man. I remember I'm trying to figure you out. You're sitting there, taking in it, but I think you're this quiet guy who is really engaged, moved inside. Because look what the heck you did. Look how much you reduced that. Now, that is just, you have reduced it more than 50%. That is probably on the order of a 65 to 70% reduction in your visceral fat. Again, I'm more persuaded by the visual. You may need that number, but look at this. The visceral fat was propping up your abdomen. Now you've got this, concavity, this sagging of your abdomen. So you lose this visceral fat, and it's revealing your sarcopenia. So just hang in there. This is going to correct. See these muscles that are drooping there? That's going to correct, and you're going to get this flat abdomen. This is what it looks like. Normally, we don't see this for a while, but I grabbed this image of it right here. I may have talked to you about it during your consult, but this is where you are now. If you lay, you have this concavity, this sulcus, intercostal margins. But Ian, this is such a good thing because you dramatically remove that visceral fat. I used to be like this. I'm telling you, this is what's going to happen to you. It's going to take, it took me a few years. Now I don't know what to think with you because you're so driven. You could get this back sooner than I did, but I had an abdomen like this, was not attractive. Now I got an abdomen like this, nice and flat. You're going to be there. You're going to get this flat abdomen. Probably when you stand up now, you can take some pictures of me. Your gut still pushes out, but it's because these muscles are weak and you can't hold your colon in. But brother, That's going to change. You're going to get this nice flat abdomen. You're going to be a whole, it's not, you won't have to be intentional about it. You could be walking around the beach playing chess or something, not thinking about engaging your muscles. They're just going to be engaged because you're going to get healthy. So this is me. This is a younger guy, lost his visceral fat, had that, and hand grip, 34. My hand grip is 72 kilograms. So you're going to get your muscle strength back. That's why we do these metrics on you when you came. So I just want to remind you, of that. And we'll return back to your consult now. So, again, just dramatic, it was like saccrete, like a sack of concrete inside of you, and how much you've eliminated it, and your muscle fat, how it's improved, across the board. So, don't worry about that. That's actually a good sign. It's just revealing your visceral fat is gone, and it also establishes, that you've had some damage in your from sarcopenia. All right, so now we're going to go down a little bit lower to your umbilicus and your belly button, and again, this is you, April 23rd, and look at the dramatic reduction in your visceral fat. And now you're getting more of an athletic shape. You get more of an oval shape. You're just, look, man, you're getting studly. That's a big change in, and let me pull back on this because that went way too big. And then, don't mess with my science, please. You're not taking steroids or testosterone replacement, some hormone, because look how much your muscles have grown. Are you sprinting? You doing these workouts? You got to fill this in for me, because I have never seen this kind of change before. Such dramatic increase in your muscularity and losing that fat. That the biological explanation for this would be your microbiome is kicked in, you're sprinting, you are producing myokines like freaking crazy. Fasting will upregulate this too. This just is shocking, the muscle growth and that loss of that visceral fat that you've had. So, and just super happy, super happy, exact same level. And look at the dramatic increase in your muscles. With you look like, seriously, this abdomen, you look like a guy in your middle-aged 50s, but now you're starting to look like a guy in your 30s or 20s even. So if you did this in 1 month, you're heading in the right direction. God. All right, so now we're going to go down a little lower to your pelvic region. And so we're right at your pelvic bones, your iliac crest, lined you up. And all that visceral fat, look how much you've reduced it. Just an enormous reduction in your visceral fat. And once again, increase in your muscularity. Just so good to see. Just so good to see. So, really, really happy for you that you had that significant of a change. And your abdominis rectus is growing, has increased. So, just across the board, muscle change. So all 4 segments, straight A plus. The only way to describe this is not only the best client performance I've ever seen, but this is truly the best human performance I've ever seen. So we need to have a conversation because I need to fill in these dots. I did not expect you to operate this way, to have that kind of response. Dude, you're saving your life, man. This is just so fantastic. I've never given a report like this, by the way. So really excited to get this to you. I'm going to text you to watch this as soon as possible. And let's talk. There's only the one thing that's in my mind is I must study this man and duplicate these results. I'm a scientist. I have got to duplicate these. I'm used to getting good results. Best I've ever seen. Best I've ever seen.